When you're preparing for any of the aptitude tests, for example, you're preparing for GMAT or GRE or CAT, and during the preparation time, we all have fears from other areas of our life. For example, there could be a financial fear. Will you be able to, crack this exam and reach where you want to go? Because you're stuck at in a career or in a job, or you don't have a job and you're only relying on this aptitude test that will help you to get into a top school. So that's a fear. Or maybe there's some kind of relationship fear which is going on in your family, and the emotions are really high, and you have been preparing for GMAT or any of the aptitude test. So how do you handle that? So yesterday I was discussing this during the class. So there's a student, so she has been working with me for last 2-3 months, and she's on the final stages of her preparation, and she's doing pretty well in the mock test. But 2 days before the class, she has to give a mock test. So, but when she sat for the mock test, she could not concentrate. Probably in 2 or 3 questions, she could see that she is not able to comprehend anything. Though normally, if I look at her previous performances, she was scoring probably around 99th percentile in the mock tests. So during the class, I just asked, have you taken the mock test? She said, no, I have not, because I was not able to concentrate. There was some problem going on in her relationships, and that was impacting her performance. Now, when this happens, you have financial fears, or there could be any kind of fears, or there are high emotions which are not letting you focus on what you're doing. Now, there are 2 ways to handle that. So first thing is that for that particular day or maybe 2 days, take a break. Because what happens is we are so much involved in one direction, our mind is so much focused on one thing that it is not able to focus on what we need to do at that moment. So there is a conflict. So in that conflict, if you try to study, you will not be able to concentrate, and your results will fall. And when your results will fall, it will impact your self-image. Though you have been performing well in the past mock test or in your practice sessions, you are doing well, but because you're not completely involved with something, your score or your performance will dip. And that will impact your overall confidence. So to avoid that, if you can see that, okay, I'm trying to study, but I'm not able to study. So don't judge yourself. Simply take a day or 2 off from the studies, and whichever area is affecting you, just give some time. Because I've seen that if you just focus on one thing and just give time, automatically things starts working out. What happens is we try to suppress those feelings, that I can just ignore that feeling that is impacting you, and I can concentrate on what we need to do. Normally that creates some kind of imbalance. So try to take a break. Nothing will happen. Okay, in those 2 days, just watch TV, just waste some time into the activities which does not require any kind of concentration. So what happens when we get into this, we ease out, and automatically things start flowing. You don't have to fight. That's one thing. Second way out is that if you have to study, you have a mock test or anything, or you have to study, you cannot ignore that. In that case, reduce your targets. For example, you have to practice a reading comprehension. Don't tell yourself, okay, I have to do around 5 reading comprehensions. Tell yourself, I'm just going to do 1 reading comprehension. Because what is happening is that there is a pressure, because on one side you're just, there's so much emotional drama going on regarding the financial fears or relationship fears. On the other side, you have given yourself such a huge task of GMAT because you're studying for GMAT. So again, it's an uncertain area. So there's a lot of conflict. So what you can do is you can just break down in very small parts. So take 1 reading comprehension passage and just stay with that comprehension passage for probably half an hour or 1 hour. Because when you will be studying, you'll not be able to concentrate. Then you say, okay, you read 1 line, I'm not able to understand. Okay, let me read it once again. And you will see in between, you're going somewhere in your head, you're thinking about the problem. But if you just stay there for some time, and you don't have a pressure, okay, I have to finish this in 15 minutes or half an hour, you will see that slowly you're able to concentrate. Because you're just fighting with yourself, and you're just trying to focus on something. And there is no pressure that you have to do it quickly. So if you do that, you will see that you're able to concentrate. And if you can do that, automatically you will see that whatever you're thinking about, your emotions, about your finances or anything else are gone, and now you're involved with GMAT or studying with any of the subjects you're doing. So try this out. So either take a break. There's no harm in taking a break. Don't worry, you'll not lose anything in 2 days. Okay, so that let's get comfortable. Otherwise, it can impact your confidence level. Or slow down, take one thing, for example, RC, or take any quant question and stick with that question for some time. That will help you to concentrate. Try this out and see if this helps you to concentrate on your exam. Thank you.